story begins in the western United States. This Californian farm, 100 kilometers from Los Angeles, breeds domestic animals as well as pets. And in particular, these mini pigs, which the people of LA are absolutely wild about. These sows are 3 months pregnant. They will soon give birth. Adult mini pigs stand 30 centimeters tall and weigh 50 kilos. That's 5 times less than a farmyard pig. No wonder some people have the strange idea of keeping them as pets.
Hi, sweet pea. Do you want your belly rubbed, huh? Good girl.
The sow communicates with the breeder by grunting.
Good girl. What healthy babies. Yes, I can feel them moving in there. Oh, I'm sorry, I stopped rubbing. I know.
Depending on their pitch, these vocalizations convey contentedness or irritation.
Hi, honey. Hello. Yeah. Okay. You gonna get up? Okay.
During the tricky reproductive phase, the breeder keeps the sows in a special pen. This turkey keeps an eye out for potential intruders. But the dogs protect them from another menace. This Kunekun sow, who devours everything in her path. This greedy pig doesn't stop at goose eggs, but also tries, despite the fence, to steal the sow's food. So the dogs keep her away from the pen. Like wolves hunting their prey in the wild, they keep order on the farm, where for a peaceful life, everyone has to behave. Protected, the gestating sows stay safe in their pen. Three weeks later, the long-awaited moment arrives. "19 piglets are born on the farm. The two litters are already mingling. Close since gestation, the sows raise their young together like their wild cousins, boars, who live in groups known as sounders. The piglets are squealing because they're hungry. Their mothers offer them their udders at the same time. This synchronized feeding is not a coincidence, but a way of ensuring a mother does not feed her neighbor's young by mistake. The fight for access to milk is constant. The strongest, like this black piglet, choose the best teats. Marked with its scent, the piglet recognizes its teat at every feed. Near its mother's head, this one provides more milk, so the piglet will grow faster than its siblings. But other less resourceful piglets roam from teat to teat. Still hungry, this piglet tries its luck outside mealtimes. It ignores the visible teat because it's empty of milk and bravely searches for another. But its mother turns a deaf ear. Her rest is far more important than the piglet's satisfaction. The next feed will be in an hour, once the sow has produced more milk. As the days go by, the fight for dominance becomes a struggle for survival. The black and white piglet is very weak. The sow checks it's still alive. It's almost 3 times smaller than the other piglets in the same litter. It struggles to find an available teat. When the mother says the meal is over, it's over. By insisting like its pink brother, it runs the greatest risk for a piglet: being crushed. This time, they narrowly escape their mother's hefty frame. But this isn't true of all piglets. Victims of crushing, attacks, or undernourishment, this breeder loses up to 20% of each litter. So she watches over the weakest and tries to curb the instincts of the strongest by keeping them safe indoors.
There you go. Good babies. There you are.
These future family pets have to learn to live with people. But will they become tame? We'll know in a few months' time. In fact, how were the very first pigs domesticated? On the other side of the world, in Laos, they live in a similar way to their ancestors. In this village in Savannakhet province, they enjoy a free-range existence. It's an inexpensive method of farming, as the pigs also forage for food themselves. These 2-week-old piglets are free to roam. By playing, this striped piglet gains the upper hand over the litter. It establishes a hierarchy thanks to body language. With its snout, it pushes a submissive piglet towards its mother. The young aren't shut up because they never stray far from their mother, who spends her nights in a pen. The sow's owner serves her breakfast. This morning ritual strengthens her sense of attachment. She recalls that this is where she is fed. Her very opportunistic offspring take advantage of their mum's meal to feed themselves by nudging her teats with their heads to get the milk flowing. This semi-domesticated sow spends most of her time eating. As soon as she's gobbled up her swill, she sets off in search of more food, and the litter follows close behind. Except for him. He wants to finish his mum's food. But not for long. Driven by instinct, he runs off to join the others. Despite the obstacles, he tracks his mother's scent. Well, he tries to. But he loses it. Too many different scents and sounds. In a panic, the piglet races around the farm without ever straying more than 100 meters from the pen. His mum hasn't gone far, though. She's on the edge of the village, feeding on grass. Pigs graze like boars living in the forest. From infancy, plant matter is part of their balanced diet. The striped piglet is still on the lookout for his family. He locates them at last by ear. They're looking for scraps now. Like garbage men on their daily rounds, they clean up the village. Well before the invention of agriculture, wild boar also entered human settlements to feed on garbage and excrement. This is how the pig's ancestors domesticated themselves 30,000 years ago, just like the dog. Dogs are carnivores, whereas pigs are omnivores like us. They eat everything. That's why they like to live in villages, cocoons with readily available food for their offspring. This sow feeds 12 piglets thanks to her 6 pairs of teats. Some breeds have as many as 10 pairs, while wild boars only have 5. This is because man has selected those animals capable of rearing the largest litters. But their extreme fertility poses a problem when they're let loose in the wild. As is the case on this American island. The forest rangers are forced to cull the wild pigs in these marshlands off America's east coast. Because Ossabaur's natural preserve has limited resources, the vegetation which grows in this salty soil is poor in nutrients. Competition for food is fierce between local wildlife and the intruders in this ecosystem. Several thousand strange-looking pigs live in a 100-kilometer square area. They're descended from swine, released by Spanish explorers in the 16th century. This hardy 2-month-old piglet is already independent.